come, if you sit down, the question is, who are you? What is your role? What is your role here? You know, in the book of Luke chapter 8, it talks about people that come here. When they come because sometimes they're broken. The enemy has driven them in here. And this becomes a way out, a fix, a quick help. This becomes a place where they can get a little relief. The challenge, though, comes is that once you get that little quick fix, is that you got to stay in it, baby. Yeah. See, listen, you can hear a song, it can make you cry, but once the song ends, your problem is still there. Yeah. Who am I preaching to in here? You can come on one Sunday or 3 Sundays in a row, and then we don't see you for months. And guess what? And one of the reasons we don't see you is because you're back where you were at, or you're in a worse place. You know what the Bible said? The Bible said that when the enemy, the devil, comes out of a house that's been cleaned, that it goes through dry places, low places, because it's looking for another home to come into. And then it realizes that, you know what? I'm going to make a U-turn. And I'm going to go back. What he says, I'm going back to my house. And the Bible says when he gets back there, he's looking to see if you fortified yourself. If you put the right stuff in your body, in your mind. Because if you haven't, when he comes back, he's going to wreak havoc. In fact, the Bible says that the state of that person is worse. He brings with him 7 more devils. 7 more devils. And the state of that man is worse now than the first. That's why it talks about when the sower went out to sow seed. Some fell by the wayside, and the birds came and scooped it up. Some fell on stone, and then when the sun hit it, the plant came up, but it had no root, so it began to wither. See, you can't come in here for a week or 2 weeks and think you got something. This is a process. Listen, I've been fighting this war for over 20-some years, and I'm just now getting a handle on how to hold my. Do I have anybody in here? I said, listen, now I can go into a store. It doesn't matter how she looks. It doesn't matter what she's wearing. Because guess what? I'm God conscious. Do I have anybody in here like that? Oh, yeah. What a preacher told me once. He said, listen, if a man don't look, he must be a dead man. Listen, let me tell you something. Some things you look at can bring you back to where you used to be. Come on now. You got to get to a place where you start killing some stuff. You got to get to a place where some stuff don't bother you no more. And the only way that happens if you stay in the presence of God. For in the presence of the Lord, there's fullness of joy. And at his right hand, there's pleasure forevermore. At some point in your life, you got to realize that the more God you have, the less world you'll respond to. Whatever you feed, that's what's going to go to work. If you feed your flesh, of the flesh you'll reap corruption. If you feed your spirit, of the spirit you'll reap life. So in the text, we see Martha upset. We see Mary in Jesus' presence. But the crowd is there. We're wondering what they're doing. Now watch this. The church had not yet come into existence. It wasn't the church yet. These were people that were used to being served. So they wasn't looking for nobody. They weren't looking to serve nobody. They were looking to serve. And see, we got a mentality today when we come to church. We're coming to church to see what we can get out of church. We're not coming to see what we can bring to the table. Remember, we're a consumer-driven society. We have a specialist. We're coming to church based on what our needs are. We got teenagers and they're struggling. They don't pay attention. We're going to choose a church based on whether they have a good youth program. Not whether or not I can do something to help that ministry out. No. We're coming to see what we can get. That's the mindset of people today. We ain't coming to say, God, use me.